Okay, here we go. Let's start this, okay? This is EVO travel agent versus the OTAs, online travel agencies. Presenting the land quote, right? You've met with the client, you've given them the quote, email the quote to the client, you follow up, not by email, but you follow up by phone. You're already there, man. You can just taste that credit card going to be in your hand any minute. You've gone through the terms and conditions. You told the client, the quote's good for 24 to 48 hours, so you want to get back to me really soon, Mr. Client, because I have a sales thing on here, because I'm a travel advisor. I gave you a sale that you can only get through a travel advisor. But wait, they found something on the internet. What do? Oh, wait a minute, look at Travelocity, blah, 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 right? I found it, and then you're like, oh, okay, wait a minute. $300 cheaper? Okay, hold on, Mr. Client. Let's see what we can do about it. Let's go to the next slide. This problem, when I first started in the business 18 years ago or so, this used to kick me in my you-know-where. I lost a lot of stuff for this. I used to get so angry. My bosses, they had already a huge client base. I was just getting into the business, and I went, this wasn't the right time for me to get into the business. But I'm telling you, I had to find out a way how to work this. And I showed them I had to do some research. I had to find out, because I wasn't going to deal with that anymore. I wasn't going to deal with, well, I found it cheaper on blah, 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 blah. You know, that ain't going to cut it anymore. So here are some pointers and some tips about how you can avoid this confrontation, okay? And how you build value in your business. It's about building value in your business. And I'm going to show you how you do that, okay? Now, if you want a copy of this PowerPoint, all you need to do is at the end of the presentation is email me, and I will send this to you. Please share this with your other team members so they have this knowledge, okay? All right, let's go to the next slide. Here we go. Here they are, okay? Here's the online travel, OTAs. You've seen them, and there's many more of them. And they're on TV. They're all over the place, okay? Especially, you guys know I'm not a big fan of Airbnb. I'm just not. And I'm going to show you why I'm not here in a minute. But these are what they are. They're called the online travel agencies. And yes, they have, what's the one, Amanda? Rakuten? Right? Are you familiar with that one, Amanda?
Yeah. I've seen a lot of ads for them because obviously we follow a lot of travel.
Yeah.
Our preferred suppliers.
But does it?
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense because they hide so much of the cost. They give you it's almost like they're giving you a fake price up front.
Yeah.
And then they hide so much of the cost, and when you go pay for it, it's
it zooms up.
the same price as what you would have got if you went with a more preferred supplier
Right.
or whatever.
Right. But you can buy other stuff on Rakuten, right? It's not just travel. I think I don't know. I'm not familiar with that website, but that's also one of them. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and there's many more of them. Okay, so there you know, these are the villains. These are the bad guys. Okay. Number one, they have horrible customer service. I'll show you. I'll prove it to you. It's the worst. Your client will be waiting 30 minutes or more. 30 minutes or more. And if you're in a spot where the client got to the airport, right? He's trying to get on that plane, and he's got, well, wait a minute, I got my email from, Travelocity right here, Expedia right here. Can I get on the plane? No, I'm sorry, we don't have your information. But wait, here's the confirmation. I'm sorry, sir, we just don't have your information. So then you got to call customer service. Then what does the client got to do? Well, you got to rebook and buy the air now. How much is that if he's going from London back to the United States? I'm just going to tell you, that's a chunk of change. And that's just horrible. And they're not going to go, well, there was no refund or exchanges on the ticket that you bought. See, so because you see, a lot of people think, oh, I know how to book travel. I know. You've seen the quotes. I mean, I sometimes see the quotes from the suppliers and I go, what is this one? When I see a go-go or go-way, I'm like, wait a minute, what? Okay, I can't even understand. I've been in this business for a while. The clients, they don't know what they're buying when they call, when they purchase that air. They don't know. They just see, oh, I can get their price for $200 and it's going to take me 35 hours to get from LA to London, but I got there in, 35 hours. So anyway, it's the worst. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Okay, when the price is too good to be true, it's too good to be true. The price is the price. I don't get it when I don't get this anymore because we have such a great relationship with our preferred suppliers, our cruise lines. I mean, they are excellent. And you guys know that because you're Archer Evolution agents, you guys get special deals on them. I mean, with all of them, with, Randy at Royal Caribbean and Carnival and all that. But when we first started Evolution, and here we used to get a lot of, oh, wait a minute, I went to this, cheapcruises.com and got it $300 cheaper than what Royal Caribbean is showing. And I'm going, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense to me. Royal Caribbean is in the business of making money, of selling their cruises at a price so they can be profitable. Why would they give their inventory to someone else at a cheaper price, right, where they make less? Does that make sense? No, it doesn't make sense. But then when we would look into and look at the terms and conditions, and we would go, we'd find this little line. You know how the terms and conditions, it's like you need a magnifying glass to read them, right? Additional fees may apply. Like what? Well, the gratuities, the taxes, you know, the insurance. And that's why your client's at the end of the cruise going, well, wait a minute, why do I got to pay this extra $300 for gratuities? But it says right there, Mr. Client, terms and conditions apply. You know, additional fees may apply. Boom. That's what I'm saying. So, you know, let's straighten them. Okay, so let's say, well, they got the quote. Let's go to the next one. They're going, well, no, okay, the price is the price, right? We talked, and here they all are. You guys know who our suppliers are. Let's go to the next slide. Talk to you about that one. It's time consuming for clients. It is. Okay, you guys know what it's like to book. You know how long it takes. You know how many times you have to phone it in or you have to talk to the cruise line to change something? It's time consuming. Does the client, with his full-time job, his family, his kids, everything else, do they have time to do this? Why not give this to a travel agent and we can take care of everything for you, Mr. Client? This is, again, another win-win for us. It's like, don't worry about it. I've talked to you, I've qualified you, I know what you want. I know exactly what you and your family want. Give me some time, I'll get it for you in a day. Boom, it's done. Okay? Okay. Ask for the information, the quote. Get this a lot. Jose, you know, the client, I sent them over a quote from Carnival, but, you know, they sent me this thing from Cheap Cruises to Caribbean, blah, 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 blah. I go, well, did they send it to you? Do you have a screenshot? No. Well, I don't know. I mean, I need to see a screenshot. I need to see something. I need proof. Now, we do have some price match companies. Pleasant Holidays will price match. Apple Vacations has a price match policy. The cruise lines don't usually have that. Delta, they might do it sometimes, you know, but the preferreds in the land, they do, okay? But they need this. They're not going to go with an email going, well, my client saw it on blah, 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 blah for 300. No, they need proof. They're going to need proof with the same dates, same location, same hotel, same everything, room description, everything, to see if they can price match it. Okay? Don't just call and, no, send it. You know, and you guys, you know, it's up to you guys to call Pleasant or Apple or Delta and say, hey, I want a price match. How do I go about that? There's certain steps you need to take. Is it time consuming? Yes, it is. And you know, time, when you're booking something, the price goes up, so you got to be on top of it. So know that information, okay? So, you know, price match with the Archer Travel Preferreds, okay? Oh, hidden charges and fees. A given. A given. You know, I mean, I already talked to you about this, you know. Additional fees may apply. That little line in there, okay? So make sure your clients are aware of that. Now, let's say that they go, no, Jose, I'm sorry, but I'm going to go with, okay, you know what, Mr. Client? Great. You go with Travelocity on that, okay? Do not call me if you run into any issues, okay? Well, if you do, call me. I'll try to help you. And usually 9 times out of 10, I can't get in. They don't have my hotel booking. I can't get on the plane, Jose. I told you, okay? All right, you know, here's the thing, right? I keep telling you guys, you know, 20% of all this information from all these OTAs, right? 20% of that information doesn't get to the proper places. It doesn't get to that airline. It just doesn't. Okay? This is why you see people at the front desk yelling at the people going, but wait, I have it. I have my reservation. No, we don't have it. No refunds or exchanges, bad travel insurance. Again, clients don't know what they're buying. You know, a lot of the air that, oh, wow, it's so cheap. Yeah, it's non-refundable, non-exchangeable. You can't change it. You can't change the time, the date. Let's say I want to change another date. No, sorry, there's no refunds. Well, I don't want to go out on that. Sorry, there's no refunds. So I got to buy another ticket to go out the next day? Yes, you do. And travel insurance? Wouldn't even think about it, man. Use Tin-Leg. This is why we have Tin-Leg, where you can make more commission, 17% commission. Dropped hotel and air reservations. You remember what I talked to you about the air? Okay, this also happens at hotels, where your client is arriving in Berlin and it's 10:30. He's exhausted. He gets to the hotel. I'm sorry, Mr. Client, but you don't have a reservation here. Wait, I have it here from Expedia or blah blah blah. Nope. Okay, what does he do now? And we're sold out. We don't have any more hotel space here. So what does this client do? Okay. Again, and there's no support there. He can try calling customer support and speak to an operator that's working out of a third world country that doesn't understand, that won't give him the customer service needs that he needs. And you guys know that. You know that. You've called them, right? I've called them too. Yeah, I've booked on Expedia. I've booked on Travelocity, and I know what it's like. And I don't like it to I don't like to do it anymore. Now, from now on, I just book my own stuff in my own suppliers and vendors. So again, this happens there also. Here's another thing that happens. Let's say you purchased a package on Travelocity, and there's an air change, okay? Does the air change, do they inform the client about it? Who does the airline inform it to? The airline has right? There's air reservation for this client that was bought through Travelocity. There's an air change. Is the airline going to contact the client or Travelocity about the air change? They're going to contact Travelocity. So now, Mr. and Mrs. Client they don't know what the new information is when they're supposed to take off or arrive. See, so again, this happens. Misinformation, wrong dates, mistakes. So be careful here, all right? Again, this is nightmare stuff. And I've seen this happen. Dropped emails and reservations. This is another one, okay? Emails, oh yeah, Expedia emailed you that, you can't do da-da-da-da, or Travelocity or Orbitz sent you an email. No, I never got it. Oh, I didn't check my spam and junk folder, because you know what? A lot of people don't check that. They don't. So there you go. Now the reservation's all jacked up because they didn't check that. And this is why I keep saying to you in the tips, the travel agent tips, always check your junk and spam folder for changes of if you're booking a lot of travel, make sure you check that, because information is going to be going there. It may not land in your inbox all the time. So make sure about that. Misleading ads. This is one, you guys know I'm not a big fan of Airbnb. I'll show you an example. See, oh, beautiful, right? Oh, I can't wait to go there. Spend all my money. It's been 3 weeks there, and it looks like this. Okay? Again, beautiful, and it looks like this. It's like, that's what I'm talking about. A lot of people, and Airbnbs, I've heard so many people got burnt by them. The classic story is Cape Cod up in Massachusetts. It sells out for 4th of July weekend. And this whole family drove up there from North Carolina, spent $4,000 on getting this house. They get to the house, knock on the door. There's another family in there. And the guy says, oh yeah, I talked to the homeowner. I gave him an additional $5,000 so we could stay the week. Now this family from North Carolina doesn't have a place to stay. And they didn't get their money back. So that's what I'm saying. Be careful with that, all right? Again, this gets dropped a lot. You ask for special recognition for your clients that are handicapped or need special needs, and you put that in, and next thing you know, they don't have that room accommodation that they need because it drops out of their system. I don't know why, but it does. And that's why you have to be on top of that, especially if you have clients that are like this. This is concierge service that you guys should be performing for them. There should be no reason for them to go to some OTA or to book. You guys should be in charge of this, all right? From the minute they hit the curb to the gate, you need to make sure that they are comfortable and ready to go and have easy access to travel so they can enjoy their experience. That's what it's about. They have every right to as anybody else. And I'm not just talking about these, but, oxygen, people that are, on walkers, there's a whole bunch. So you got to be on top of that. Well, you booked it on your own. See, you see this at the airport all the time. When I was on my cruise tour, big time in Miami, oh man, it almost came to fisticuffs. It was at the American Airlines desk, and this guy was trying to get back to Cleveland, and it was because it was close to the holidays. And he's like, what? Oh, man, it got really bad. It got really bad. But this is what happens, is because that information doesn't get to these people. And it's not their fault. It's not her fault. It's not. It's the OTAs that they didn't get the proper information for the client. And this is why you have to check your booking. Check your bookings for your clients. Yeah, talk about sticker shock. Be prepared. Even after the trip's done, what? Why did my card get changed for another $500? Oh, there was a resort fee. What do you mean a resort fee? See, that's another thing they don't talk about, resort fees. Going, yeah, you can stay at the hotel. What? I got to pay an additional fee. You didn't tell me I got to pay another $100 per day for my resort fee. Or that the car costs, $75 a day to park. I thought that was included. No, it's not. See? If you have a travel advisor, right, he says that to the client. Hey, be aware. When you're going to go to that, hotel on South Beach in Miami, there's a $100 resort fee and it's $75 a day to park. Okay, I know that. Build value. This is what you do, see? I don't need a therapist because I have a really good travel agent, travel advisor. Travel agent consultants and advisors are free, no charge. Relax, Mr. Client, I got everything you want. Everything. You just kick back, start your vacation right now because you're working with us. We're Archer Evolution Travel, okay? Archer Evolution Travel, 70-year-old travel agency in Southern California. Award-winning. Tell them that, you guys. Be proud of us. We are you guys are making a name for yourselves. I tell you that every week. Your sales, I spoke to Drew over a couple of days ago, and he's like, you guys are kicking it. Better numbers than last year. You're making a name for yourselves. Be proud of yourselves and stand pride. What a great company this is and how you have the support when you need it. We work directly with the best suppliers, the best cruise lines in North America. And we have your back. You guys know Drew. You guys have access to Drew. You guys have access to Lindsay. Not a lot of travel agencies have their travel agents going, oh, I can talk to that BDM like that. That's what I'm saying. You guys have that. Develop trust with your client. Develop trust. Now, how do you do that? Okay, you do that by having your phone always ready at any moment that my client can reach me. That's number one. My client has a question, he has an email, he could communicate with them. Show them that you are the professional. Show them that, yes, you can count on me, I can get you the answers in efficient time and not hold you up. Show the client the right way to travel. A lot of people don't know how to travel. They don't know. They don't know about carrying documents. And I mean, back during the pandemic, you had to carry health things and, had to do all kinds of things to get into all these different country and island countries. So again, use your agent resources that you have in your travel cafe, that you have back there, okay? You have your clients back at all times. Let them know that, listen, you're taking the family to Jamaica. If anything happens, you call me. You call me. Another way to show trust, well, on their way to the airport, what's really cool, on their way to the airport, you text them going, hey, you know what? You're going to Jamaica today in Montego Bay, and they're leaving out of like Detroit today, where it's snowing, right? And it's 17 degrees. And today in Montego Bay is 82 when you arrive. Boom. That's all you got to say. Man, they'll smile. They'll smile. They'll look at the wife and kids and go, yeah, it's going to be fun. You have your clients back. Protect the client's travel investment. This is so important. Again, use this when you're saying, really, Mr. Client, don't be doing that. Don't be going to an OTA. You're taking the kids to Orlando for the first time. You got Disney and Universal, you're getting all that. Why are you doing that? Why? Okay? Things can happen. I want to protect this for you. You've put a lot of hard work and investment to go on that trip. I want to protect that for you. Boy, they hear that, they're going to love you. They care. That shows to them that you care, and that's how you develop trust. You care. Build value. And also tell them, you know what? You get what you pay for. I get so, the price. I have nothing to do about the air price to Europe. I got Donna Fontaine yelling at me that the flights to Spain are expensive. I go, I'm not American Airlines or Delta Airlines. I mean, yeah, gas here in California is $5 a gallon. So, I can't do nothing about it. And tell them that's what it is. It's not, I can't, poof, it's going to be cheaper or something. Right, man? Let's go to the next slide. I'm sorry, it's Wednesday. Now, look, we're even going to show you the proof. Okay? Even after all this, okay, you can even say to your client, Mr. Client, I'm going to send you a link. And here are the links. Here are the links right here. I'm going to show you the links. These are from Consumer Affairs, right? Consumer Affairs, boom. 1 star.
Over 1,000 reviews.
Over 1,000 reviews. They will tell you the horror stories. They will tell you the horror stories from beginning to end. You can go to all the other ones too. They're not going to lie. This isn't fake. These are actually consumers that have emailed this information in. Okay? So again, this is the proof where you say to your client, okay, you're going to take the kids to Orlando. Look at this. Will you look at this? You really want to put that travel investment around that 1-star travel agency? When you have a 70-year-old travel agency here, you got your back. You got great customer support. I'm just saying, build that value up. Okay? Jose L at archertravel.com. What was that? I thought that was an X-ray for me. JoseL@archertravel.com. Just email me and I'll send these to you guys. Again, you guys, it's really a question about sitting down with your client and qualifying them the best time. I don't know about a bunch of new agents. They always call me and they go, I emailed them the form. No, there's no such thing as emailing the form. You have to sit down with your client and sit down and get to know them as they get to know you. And when they realize what a great person you are and how the information that you have, they're going to keep booking with you and they'll refer other people to you. And that way your business grows and grows and grows. Now, if you need help, we're here. We give you the support. We give you the tools, the support. We give you the incentives, the bonuses. So there it is. All right.